Hey!
Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Welcome.
This week brought to you by
Hello.
our fine sponsor.
That's loud.
Wow.
Turn that up, why don't you, Bernie?
It was Brandon. Had to be Brandon.
Brandon.
He was just
He
here.
was standing right here.
He didn't know,
before we went
you know
live.
Bernie's
For
thing was on
fucking ever.
volume,
We
though.
couldn't
He
get
took away
set.
our old pregame show.
And he was like, "Oh, do you need me to move for the show?" And I think he was joking. Just move.
He was
The answer to
joking.
that question is, let me think. The answer to that question is yes.
Oh, we'll get to that. You're Gus.
I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Bernie.
And you have a dumb,
And I'm Gus.
stupid triangle on your head,
What?
which apparently is doing something.
I vaguely remember us talking about this in the past.
I ordered it the moment we talked about it on the podcast.
When was that?
Maybe you should describe what I have for our audio listeners, what I have on my head.
You have a stupid piece of plastic on your forehead.
yeah, what did I just say? A dumb triangle.
Right. So this is that thing we saw. It's Think, THYNC.
I'd like to
Wow.
point out also that you're explaining this while holding a
Oh, I got
a
the
bottle
James
of
Willems. I got the James Willems like superfood, like space
powdered
food.
food.
So
You're going to be
James Willems
This is it.
superfood.
I'm just drinking out of jugs.
Hey,
you're gonna
congrats
be
on the business,
paying
James.
for your powdered food with a coin with a plastic triangle on your head while drinking out of a vessel.
It's
That's
a
what
dream.
you've come to.
All I need at this point, Gavin, is one of those little rolly boards that people have now. They just zip around. There's a guy, by the way, zipping through the LAX airport this morning on one of those.
Those are
things.
everywhere in LA. I think every single vlogger has one of those boards.
When we went to VidCon, Barbara, I thought it was like a worldwide trend that we hadn't seen. When Gavin and I went to VidCon, we probably saw one every 2 minutes. We saw somebody going by.
Just
on
in
one.
LA?
No, it was VidCon.
Or at VidCon.
For whatever reason, VidCon was like the mecca for those.
They would like
things.
come rolling into a lift and then roll out. And it's like,
Does it look cooler in person?
no.
Well, the guy was going pretty fast.
I
in
saw some
LAX.
people with them at RTX.
Yeah.
Like on
Really?
on
I
the
want
exhibit
one.
hall. Yeah.
Whatever that's.
I
worth.
want one just to do like gnarly, smooth camera moves.
There's another one. That's
I looked it up. It's like $1,500.
No, you could get one for
They,
like
they have
300.
knockoffs now that are
Oh,
cheaper.
okay.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
can get a knockoff Segway now for like $1,100.
Okay, we're way off topic. What the fuck is on your head?
See, this is what happens is that like I
So,
can predict the future.
It's on the front of your head, but also there's a cable going around to
it's
your
not
ear.
really a cable.
It's like a piece of
It's like a
plastic.
sticky pad that goes like around this way and it sticks to the back of my neck.
It's a ribbon cable.
So you're just putting charge from the back of your head through your head to
Through
the
your
front.
head, right.
It's like taking a
I
shortcut.
really want you to get two of them so there could be like giant white eyebrows. Every time.
It moves.
It's like an episode of Futurama. It's this thing. I actually have it on wrong. It's not supposed to touch your eyebrow. There's
What?
a whole like you have to take like a class.
Let me ask
little
you a
tutorial
very
telling you how to do it.
gentle question.
Go ahead.
What on earth is it doing?
So
Okay,
it
yeah,
does electrical stimulus that stimulates the frontal lobe of your brain, and then through it, and it provides. There's two settings. You can do one. You do a vibe is what it's called, which is about a 10-minute session, and you can add or subtract time from that.
Is
And
it
then-
spelled VYBE?
No, it's just vibe. Come on, they're not assholes, Barbara. And then you can do a calming one, or you can do an energy one. And if you do the energy one, the little cable that I have does not attach to the back of my neck. It attaches to the bone on the back of my ear, like right behind
So
my
for energy, you go to your ear, and for relaxation, you go to the back of your
ear.
head.
There it is, right there. That's the
not how
energy.
you're wearing it at
That's
all.
the energy setting. Well, that's a different one than what he has. Also, I have a huge head, so it's like anything that's meant to wrap around a normal person's head is not going to work for me. Like this hat is like. All my hats struggle for their life when I wear them. It's just, oop, I just lost a little clip here. The thing
Thing is,
Hanging
holding
on for dear life.
Holding on for dear life, yeah.
so
It's the Digital Trends Top Tech of 2015 CES award
So
winner.
you guys,
So
I
it
mean,
helps
seriously.
you think?
That's
or
a prestigious award
if it helps
you
that I've never heard of
concentrate?
before.
if you put it behind your ear for energy, is it just like chugging a coffee but with your head?
It's
What
supposed to
is
be. It's supposed to be the energy equivalent
With
of.
your head?
It's supposed to be the energy equivalent of drinking a cup of coffee. That's actually what they
What?
say.
So can you add like different amounts of shots of espresso to
No,
your
so,
head?
so it's got an app.
Want a dirty
go
chai?
figure. And
Oh,
it
can we like beam thoughts to your brain
and
from
it
the app?
connects to it. And then
Let me have the app. Let me mess with it.
no fucking way. I'm gonna give this to you.
Let's see if
I'll
we-
put it on you
Hey,
if you want to run your own
Let's
app.
see if we can connect to it.
I kind
Let's
of want to
download
try
the
it.
app and see if we can hijack
No,
this
wanna
it is
connection.
hijack
Bluetooth. It is Bluetooth.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You probably could connect to it.
It helps you focus. Is that the gist of it?
It's either like if you want to calm, like you want to like you're all stressed out and you want to calm down, you put this on and then you like play a vibe session. And some of them are listen. You can't
sound like
laugh
a
while I'm
fucking
explaining it.
jackass.
You need to take this seriously, and it'll guide you through the vibe session.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
You scared of it a little bit?
No, I'm a little scared of it.
Have you ever turned it up to 11?
I turned it up like you're supposed to when you first did it. And by the way, I've got like exactly 2 hours with this thing, so I'm not an expert in this product. but it has a thing where you do like an introduction vibe, and you
God.
and then you turn it up to the level at which you can feel it, and it feels like
you
someone
can-
pressing on your temple.
Oh,
like
so it
not
pushes
here,
on you?
Not here. Like you feel like it tense up.
That's so weird because it's not even touching your temple at all.
No, it's not, and it's like you feel the pressure, like somebody pushing on your temple.
No. Like,
don't
you're
like
a paranoid
that.
person, right?
Yeah.
By default.
Yeah.
What are you doing with this sort of...
You're gonna get brain damage.
frontier-
All
technology.
the photos you get, and Patrick, you probably see this on the Think website, but they have like all the photos are like they're people in New York, and they're like in a boardroom, and they got their sleeves rolled up, and they got the architectural diagrams out on the table, and they're taking them real seriously, and they got the
triangle
fucking
on
triangle on their head.
got a
So
fine
to me,
line.
that's the life I want. So I want the triangle on my head.
I
I want to be part of the future, Gavin.
I have my next question ready for you about this. Have you attached it to your scrotum yet?
No, they're really clear in the literature to not attach at different places. Like they very specifically say, do not put this over your chest.
Yeah, but people also say stuff like, don't look at the sun. We all do that anyway.
No,
Yes,
we
sir.
don't. Only you do that.
Yeah, Gus just goes out and stares at the sun for 3 hours a day. Yeah,
So it
like
will
don't put it on
zap
your
your
chest.
heart.
Don't use the bands. Look at that.
Oh,
Tell me
wow.
that lady's not. Look at this dude.
Oh, he's focused.
Yeah, he's got
Was
energy.
he doing yoga?
I
No,
bet
it's probably-
none of these models own this thing.
What's that?
There's no way they bought them.
Those are probably the people that made it.
Also,
Oh,
that looks
bollocks.
like it's more on the side instead of on the top. Like that looks like it's touching their temple.
Yeah, they've got it on wrong in some of those pictures. They definitely do. Like I definitely have it on
On
wrong.
the website,
On
they
the
have it on wrong.
According to their own like guidelines, yeah, it's supposed to be. I should try to repurpose this thing here or reset it. So
How
it's-
does it glue to your head? Is that glue?
Yeah, it's glue.
There's a
I'm
sticky
actually gonna
pad?
take it off after a little bit because I don't want the glue like sticking all to my head and stuff.
Does the glue wear out? Like, does it come with additional glue pads?
Oh yeah, you gotta buy more strips. Guys. That's how they get you.
I'm gonna
You
look
give
out
away
for...
the think and you sell the cool strips. That's how you do it. There you go. That's a little bit better.
Totally come off
You
the
look
back of
great.
your
It's
head
off the
again.
back.
Is it off the back?
Other side.
Don't worry about it. It's future. Shh. Go look away. Look away. Look away.
I don't think this technology's ready.
I don't think my sweaty neck is ready for the future. I think that's what the problem
There's
is.
like a piece of gaff tape.
So what does the
attached to
light
it.
mean when it flashes?
That's just it'll sync to your phone and then you start the vibe through the phone.
But will it think to your phone?
What? You guys can look. You guys can be as ridiculous as you want to
Can you play music in your head through your brain?
in your head.
You are very British today. You keep
sorry.
dropping the H's on things.
Well, listen.
That's what I was born with.
All I'm gonna say is that I did use it and I could feel it. And actually, my ex had a thing where she had she had a thing called digital medicine one time that she tried, which was like electrostimulation, and it worked really well for her. Apparently, it's like this
what
thing.
do it do? Like fix a migraine or something?
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Get
Yeah.
you to sleep. If you could put something on my head and I could just sleep myself immediately, I would definitely do that.
Sleep
You have
yourself.
trouble going to sleep?
No, not trouble. It just takes a while. It takes like 40 minutes to an hour to fall
You're
asleep.
shitting
40
me.
minutes.
That's a long time. You should get that looked at.
No, I'm not gonna like glue myself to a sleep machine like you did or whatever. What was
Why
it?
don't you listen to some
You just
ASMR?
what?
That didn't make me go to sleep.
You did a sleep
No,
machine?
I mean no. You did your like
I had an apnea study.
yeah. Well, did you ever get the results to that?
Yeah.
What was your like?
Super apnea.
what do? Do you breathe and then you go?
Yeah, like I stopped breathing.
Oh, that's
Do
the
you
dream.
start to go brain dead in the
I,
middle?
I think
Yeah.
about that every day. Got stopping breathing.
One of the measurements
dream.
that
That's the
the
life.
machine does is like the percent of the percentage of oxygen in your blood.
Were you trying to say
Oxygenation.
oxygenation?
There you go. Oxygenation.
I didn't even say it right. Oxygenation.
And it
thinking
measures like
an extra gene
how
there.
far it slips down.
Oxygenation. That's
How
it.
much did this thing cost you?
That's irrelevant. It costs $300, I think.
All right, you spent an Xbox.
No,
On
I think it
a
was like
triangle.
$250. I think it was like $250.
And I'm backpedaling.
Oh,
look
like
up how much it was.
used Xbox.
Listen, my hobby is
Patrick,
now.
how much is it?
I realize my hobby is now buying stuff.
$2.99.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay,
you
there
got Xbox on your head that doesn't play games.
You don't know
And it
that,
doesn't
though.
do anything.
You
It
can
doesn't
upgrade-
do anything.
You can
Gus, I
play
want you
games
to
in
wear
your
this
head.
tonight and put it on that big fat head and wrap this thing around there and see if you can fall asleep.
I
Put it
have
on
no
you.
trouble falling
you
asleep.
You take it home and
have
sit-
him do it.
Do it and see if you can fall asleep.
I don't want a brain cancer from that.
I can't wait for you to
I don't
show up.
I don't
and,
need
like, have one of these.
electricity going through the middle of my head when it could just go around it like normal.
The way it always does. Just reflects around your head the way it always does.
You don't need to short circuit your own head.
Maybe you could just have like
Head.
before you go to bed tonight.
Oh, good job.
Before you go to bed tonight, just have Meg get in some socks and like scuff around the house and then like static shock you like right there over the eye. Now that you know the secret. Now you know where it is.
Electrocute yourself. You're good to go.
Yeah, just little zaps.
This is the pinnacle of ridiculousness.
What happens if you electrocute
your
yourself
life.
while wearing
I can't
that?
get enough
This
of it.
is the decline of civilization.
Don't forget, he's got a vessel cup on the way.
Yeah, you bought that.
Yeah.
Also, where is it? I've been waiting for that thing for a year.
Well, it was going to ship in Q4 of last year, and then they pushed it to Q4 of this year. So my Christmas present for you last year is now my Christmas present this year.
I remember listening to that podcast in England when I was doing all that billboard stuff. and
Everybody
that was
ruined it for you.
exactly
Twitter
a year
ruined it.
ago.
Yeah. I asked, you were out, and I told the audience, here's what I'm getting Gavin for Christmas. Don't tell him. People immediately told you.
They didn't ruin it for me. I just listened to the podcast as it came out.
We shouldn't do that.
Why?
What are you doing listening to the podcast?
Don't listen to the podcast.
That's how I was in England.
All right, I'm gonna remove this.
Look, leave it on
So
the
I'm
whole
gonna
time.
I'm gonna be distinctly less futuristic next time this camera cuts
I
back to
see
me.
what it
I want to
feels
warn
like?
everybody about that. I'm gonna look like a fucking caveman. What?
Can I see what it feels like?
Yeah, sure.
Can we put on Barbara? Oh, what if we put the front on Barbara and the back on you?
There you go, Barb. See, look
You're
at
just
this.
going to keep trying to break this machine.
Yeah.
So it goes on your right? No.
Yeah, it goes
Oh,
on
it's
your
not
right. Yeah.
sticky though.
No, this is the sticky part.
Oh.
So it's like, you ever get one of those things like it's like a hand and you go and you can stick it to stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what this gummy stuff is like. And then it sticks to you and you snap it on there.
Oh.
That's not skin. That's
This is so stupid.
What is your skin meant to be green though? Where it was?
Shut the fuck up. Stop it.
The only way it could be dumber is
Now-
if it was like magnets as well.
What if it works? What if it works? And it's like this revolutionary thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything.
It
it
does
makes you
do
more relaxed,
something.
or it makes you have a coffee.
Look at Barbara. She's got it.
Turn it on, Barbara.
But see, Barbara looks like she's in the future.
I'm thinking.
Look at the difference Gavin and Barbara. Tell me which person's in the future. Here's Gavin. Will you try it, Barbara? If I get you a strip, will you try it?
I would absolutely try it.
All right, you're done. You will do it. We'll do it. What do we do in the post show?
Okay,
I'll
we'll do it
set
in
her
the
up and then we'll
post-show.
turn it on.
Oh god, now I'm nervous.
You'll be calm.
What if this ruins me for life?
Could be nervous because you'll
How
be
else could
nervous,
we
and then
break it?
you'll feel just how calming the
But I'm
triangle will be.
always calm, so does it give you like the opposite effect like alcohol does with people?
You could be like level 2.
You're making that up. You're making that up. You're total bullshit.
You can reach level 2 calm.
You're like creating bullshit on top of bullshit. It's like double bullshit.
I'm $300 into this thing, Gus. I gotta drink the Kool-Aid at this point. $300.
You know,
I'm like $100 in your goddamn cup. I spent $50 on that coin. We both hate those things.
stop blowing money.
How much money do you think you spent total on shit electronics?
Oh, listen, when we started doing the crowdfunding stuff last year and I started researching it, I got so hooked on buying stuff and like adding, like contributing to like Kickstarters and crowdfunding campaigns and Indiegogo campaigns. I just got so addicted to it. It's like, oh, I'll support
But all
that.
the
What
ones
the
you
fuck?
contributed to turned out to be garbage, like the coin and the vessel.
The coin's pretty. The coin's
After I
pretty
think
cool.
a year of them making the vessel, they wrote an update saying, "We
made
know
a
what
cup."
we're going to make it out of. Doesn't work yet, but we have the
know we're gonna
material."
make
Yeah, but you don't
out
know
of-
if it's shit yet. You don't have it.
They
could
said
still be good.
they've designed the angles and the look and feel of the vessel, which basically means they made a cup, which is I found to be a really funny update. It took them that long to do it.
They just took the Rudy's cups.
What's that? Yeah, they took a Rudy cup. That's the real deal, though. That's what I'm doing. I'm eating this. I'm eating this from now on.
So is that
This is
equivalent
James
to
Williams' original right here.
Is that a meal?
Yeah, this is in this thing when you fill it up. This is 670 calories.
Holy
So
shit.
does it come half filled like that?
Does it come half filled? Oh yeah. So you can buy it in big sacks and then measure yourself, or you can buy it in the bottles, and that's the amount you're supposed to drink for one meal.
And so you fill the rest up with water?
Fill that up with
that's
water
it?
and then shake it up. Do you want one of these? 670
really.
calories. That's like
half of
you fill it
my
with
daily
beer?
intake, yeah.
What's that?
What if you fill it with beer instead?
I wouldn't fill it with beer.
Barbara, fill it with beer.
It's a
So-
nutritionally
champagne in
complete smoothie base. Guys, I mean, if this was blue, that'd be like Star Wars. Drinking that blue milk that they drink on Aunt Brew's Moisture Farm.
What happened to you while I was gone?
What do you mean? I'm in the future.
You've become a lunatic.
Nah, I'm good.
You're
Become?
drinking powder and putting plastic on your forehead.
Funhouse guys came to visit. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Things got kind of fucked
They're
up.
all LA and stuff.
When fun. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't
I'm
think about
surprised
that.
you didn't roll in on one of those stupid ass little 2-wheel scooter things.
Okay, well they're
You're
awesome.
mad. How did
They're
you go to
awesome.
Japan to get mad? Japan's like the nicest place on the planet.
Japan
and
is nice.
You come back and you're mad.
because
And then
I'm
he went to
looking at this
Hawaii.
stupid waste of money you have on your forehead.
Did you come back with anything good?
No, I ate a horse though.
Did you?
Is it raw?
Yeah.
You ate raw horse?
It was like
Yeah.
a 5-course meal, too.
Is there like kinds of horses? There's different kinds of fish.
Racehorse?
Like
Crazy
like a
horse?
gelding or a
I don't know. It was
like a
it was
mare.
interesting. It was a
I'm just
restaurant.
naming horse names. I don't even know different types of horses.
It was a restaurant that just
Seabiscuit?
specialized in horse meat.
Really?
And I think it was like a 5 or 6 course meal and all you could drink alcohol for $33.
All the horse you can eat.
No. It was a 5 or 6 course meal and all the alcohol you can drink.
So one of the courses was horse?
Oh, there's their website.
There's a
No,
ho-
all the
ho-
courses were horse.
An all horse course.
All horse courses.
Was it
Of
called?
course it was.
Was it called TGI Fridays?
No.
That was really
But they were all wearing shirts.
Like,
all the
was that
employees were
pre-
wearing shirts.
Hold
that,
on. Was that pre-prepared?
No, I just did that.
was
Friday.
That was good.
Fridays.
They were all the employees were wearing shirts that looked like the
Brilliant.
North Door. I'm sorry, the North Face.
Yeah.
But instead of saying the North Face, it said the nice horse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was, and one of the courses was just raw horse that was cut up, and you take the horse and you dip it in raw egg.
Yes.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
It just looks like meat, doesn't it?
It's right next door to Phillies.
Let them go. The middle one that looks like bacon was slightly frozen, so when you ate it, it had like a little crunch
Bits
to
of ice in
it.
it?
Yeah,
So basically, you're eating the frozen meat that you get at the Mongolian grill place. That's what
that
you're eating.
particular one, yes,
Yeah.
So would you have horse again?
absolutely.
What wouldn't you eat? What wouldn't you eat?
I'm sad that I cannot eat that here in the U.S. That there is no horse restaurant.
You
'Cause I
can
was
buy
really
a
scared.
horse.
I was really scared going there. I was like, "This is going to be terrible. It's going to be bad." From every single thing I ate. One of the courses was even a horse intestine stew.
Oh my
fucking
God.
amazing!
Did you talk about the price yet?
Yeah,
Oh,
you were
okay.
laughing
I was
about
laughing.
your
I
stupid
was too
pun.
busy.
So let me ask you this question.
You just dip out of the podcast. in
Wait,
like 2
let me
minutes.
throw some animals at you. You tell me, would you eat it or not, Gus? You ready? Horse.
Yes, done.
Okay, you ate that.
Ate the horse.
That's the control.
Easy.
Dolphin, like real dolphin.
Yes,
You would not eat
I
a
would
dolphin.
absolutely eat a dolphin. A smart animal? Yes.
Would you eat dolphin? Safe dolphin?
You would eat dolphin?
Yeah,
I
why
would
not?
eat dolphin.
I don't. You would not like not like dolphin fish, which I don't even know what that is. I think it's mahi
Like a
mahi.
dolphin, yes. Like
Mahi
I would
mahi.
go to SeaWorld, I'd be like, that one. And-
What if it was like, and it was like communicating with you, and you could see that it was sad that you were going to eat it? Would you still eat it?
Yeah.
Let's go the other way. Would you eat rat?
That would be probably not.
You would eat rat?
Probably
I would eat
not.
rat way before I eat
'Cause
dolphin.
I feel like
I would think rat would be
eats
dirty.
garbage.
Yeah, but
It's like a dirty meat.
so does a shrimp.
shrimp is pretty garbagey.
I don't eat shrimp. Yeah, for the same reason.
Oh, I love
Would
shrimp.
you eat a tiger?
Oh, hell yes.
Do you eat pig?
Do I eat pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I eat
Pigs,
pig.
pigs are the worst eaters there are. They eat like a
Yeah.
pig.
Yeah, they do.
No, but they're horrible. I mean, it's like that's one of the reasons why people don't eat pork, is
there-
because they just eat garbage.
Horse veal?
I don't know.
Like
Would
a colt.
would you eat baby horse?
Colt?
Yeah, why not?
Would you
Colt.
Yeah.
Colt.
I thought
colt?
you
Yeah, it's
loved
colt. That's what they call it.
Love me.
A foal, I think, is actually a baby horse.
Yes.
If you get,
Foal.
if you get that
Lamb.
young
The
foal.
Foals. It's a good band.
Foals?
The Foals.
Never heard of them. Is that a real thing?
It's a band.
I never heard of the Foals.
Okay.
Sing any song
How
by
do you
the
spell
Foals.
that?
Foals.
Oh.
It's a British band?
Yeah.
It's not real. You made that up. Sing a
No,
song
actually,
by the Foals.
I used to work with the guy at Waitrose, lead singer of the. Well, he's a drummer in the Fold.
Oh, so we
He's
haven't,
working at
we haven't
Waitrose.
heard of the guy you used to work with band. I see how it is now. Okay.
We haven't heard of the band that's never had a record deal. That you
No,
probably
they're
couldn't-
actually like a famous band.
Famous where? In the Thames Waitrose?
Well, I mean, that's where they started.
Like
he's
Let
like
him
he's like
performing.
stock in the produce section with you, and he's like, dude, we're huge in the bakery. That's they love us there.
I just looked it up. The Foals Band. It's here.
Is it?
Foals are a 5-piece English indie rock band from Oxford, England, formed in 2005. They're currently signed to Warner Brothers Records.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. Once again, we've learned a valuable lesson.
Don't cross me.
Don't refute Gavin. Don't when he seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about. You have this like poker face that you put on of like that you make it seem like you're dumb, but you're not at all. You're not the least bit dumb. You're
So-
smart cookie.
Jack Bevan was his name.
Which was your friend?
Tweet.
Him?
Second
Yeah.
from the left.
Was he good
I-
at Waitrose?
I'd
was,
eat
he,
him.
was he a dickhead?
No, he was alright.
He was good.
He used to work on Fresh Foods,
Which
and I was
part?
fruit and veg, so we were right next to each other.
What is the difference between fresh food and fruit and veg? Like what's
I don't know,
it?
like pasta and stuff, like like fresh pasta, like ready meals and stuff.
He had a way easier job than you did.
No, yeah,
He got that one like refrigerated
just
section that's just the
pre-packed.
packaged
Oh,
stuff.
there's
yeah.
that whole counter though that sells that fresh food. Is that where he worked?
No,
Oh.
that was like deli.
No.
The Foals.
He had it easy. Did you have people helping you in fruit and veg?
Yeah, I didn't just take the whole section myself.
Look at those.
He's the second one from
That's a
the
nice
I
group of
never did
British
that
boys.
job. I never was a stock boy. There you go. Lead singer of the lead singer of the Foals?
No, he's drummer.
Lead drummer for the Foals.
Lead drummer. The other
Lead
guys are the
drummer.
second ones.
He's not the backup drummer. Well, good for them. Congratulations to the Foals on your deal with Warner Brothers Music. You know, I liked you better when you were indie.
Do you
but-
like their music? Okay.
Name one song. Because I've got songs here. Name
like that
one
Cassius
full
one?
song.
Is it-
No, what's it called?
I don't know. I just. I don't
Well, you
know.
write what you know, so his is probably like expires next Tuesday.
I haven't heard any of the new stuff.
Yeah.
Did you find everything you're looking for? Their hit single.
Do you require carryout?
They weren't allowed to talk to people at his supermarket.
Not true.
At Waitrose.
We were allowed to talk to people. We just couldn't say stuff in certain ways. Like when someone said thanks, you weren't supposed to say no problem because no is negative. You want to say my pleasure or you're welcome. You're also not allowed to say have a nice day because it sounds too American.
And what was
Wow.
wrong? I still want to know what was wrong with that. Like to say to somebody, "Have a nice day."
Because you're telling them how to have their day.
Because a lot of American stuff is like overly friendly and it's like false. Like you don't really want them to have a nice day. You
So
don't
what do
care.
you say when
I
people
really
leave?
do.
No,
like I had an
no.
Uber driver today. I said have a good day to him. His name was Sabir, and I said
Does it-
have a good day. And I hope he had a good day.
It doesn't matter. I'm with Gavin.
It's like I'd rather you not say it. I'd rather you just say like bye.
But then what'd you say?
Hey?
Will you just say goodbye when they left? Like they're like, thank you. What would you say?
They're not on
Fuck
that
off.
level,
You're
Barbara.
welcome.
They're not like it's just like
Have a shit day, asshole.
Basically, English people. It took me some getting used to moving it. English people don't like the extra faff in conversation.
Oh, I love
where
going.
it's just like
I was
Oh, you know,
I was
you
at a
know how-
restaurant with you. Where were we just recently? And I was watching the waitress ask you questions, and I was like, "Get to 3 questions," because when you get to 3 questions with Gavin, he's like, "Just leave me the fuck alone." Like he loses it. But he's very civil through the second question, and I forget.
Well, you're making it sound like I'm being rude.
No,
I
no,
just want to get to
no.
the point where
I
I'm
don't-
done ordering.
I get
so it's
it.
like, what kind of bread do you want? That one. What kind of, frosting on your beans do you want? Well, how do you want your beans? Do you want them
Right.
refried or do you want them as beans? And then it's just the point where it's like, at this point, just bring whatever, bring the
Food.
rest as it comes.
Bring a food unit.
Bring that food that I've said,
Let
and
me-
I'll eat the food, and
let
I'll
me-
be fine with it. I won't be fussy. I won't ask you to take stuff out or put it in. That.
I will teach you a very American phrase, which you will
Okay.
never use, which is just say, "Surprise me. Just bring me whatever." It's a
I'm
very
okay with
douchey
that.
thing
I
to
like
say to
that.
a waiter, but just it'll get you out of the conversation. Where the fuck were we? Just recently, we were eating together.
Was I rude to someone?
Was it
No,
streamies?
no. She was just asking you questions. Like I said, you were very civil,
Yeah.
but I was hoping she was going to get to that third question, and she just didn't get to it. I was like, God damn it. It could have been a really funny
Was
moment.
it the streamies?
Gavin would have lost his shit. No, it was after that. I don't know. We were somewhere.
Anyway, I think as a British person, and most Brits are with me on it, just get to the point. Just straight to the information. When you're done, thanks, see you later.
No, I think most people who like live in places like New York or big cities would, appreciate the same thing.
Wow,
I mean,
you'd even go as far as to say see you later? That's not a bit much?
See you later. Take it with you.
but are you going to see them
Is
later,
that a
Gavin?
threat?
Yeah.
Am I going to see them later? Maybe.
Possibly.
Do I work at Waitrose? Do they shop there? Probably. I'll see them later.
I would know if you were going to see them later or not, but I took off my triangle. So I'd be able to accurately predict whether or not you would see them later. I'm about to eat a meal.
Okay.
So do
let's
you
watch.
fill up the remainder of that with
Do you
water?
want to try this?
No.
Yes. So it's a real simple
So
process.
you want to know an animal I wouldn't eat? That. Powder.
This is.
Oh, the wild powder.
I'm going to lose you on the first ingredient.
Let me guess. The first ingredient is an artificial sweetener like aspartame.
It'd be like
no,
whey
it's
or something.
organic golden flaxseed.
Out.
Then hemp seeds, that's kind of rough. Rice flour, protein, which is either soy, whey, or plant protein, as marked on the box. By the way, if you're ever going to eat protein, never eat plant protein.
Why?
It is disgusting. Like, I always read, like, in forums and stuff, people say they can't drink protein drinks. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? It's the best part of my day is
Yeah,
drinking
it's
protein.
delicious.
It's delicious. And then Ashley one time got plant-based protein powder. Holy shit. That was like drinking a liquid sock. It was disgusting. It was fucking awful. It was awful. Do you want to try this, Barb? I brought one if you guys want to split one
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I don't want very much.
Willem's-
I'll try it though.
Willem swears by this stuff. I actually pointed
Is it
out.
chocolate?
Yeah, it's choco.
What was the first ingredient?
choco?
Organic flaxseed.
Organic
Why
golden
did you
flax.
wink
You
at
fucking
me?
Philistine.
All right,
So
I'm gonna
you
read.
say-
Let me read this while he does that. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by
How small could you go if you were vacuum sealed?
3.
Vacuum sealed? I think if you're vacuum sealed.
What unit of measurement are you using in this situation?
Like, would it just crush you to death?
oh,
Barb, you want to try this?
Here,
Like
do
if
you
you
want
were
to
in a
take the first
bag
or
and then they
I'll take
sucked
the
all
first
the
sip.
air
What are you
out?
worried about?
Have you ever seen some of
Would
that?
it eventually pull air out of your lungs?
Have you ever seen like weird like vacuum seal porn stuff?
No.
Someone in the control room's like,
I've
what?
seen that. I know what you're talking about.
I've
Where they
seen
get
that
like in
too.
a latex bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they only have like their mouth.
I can't
hole
really
open.
show this on the stream.
I would
so I'm
freak
just gonna
the fuck
hand
out
this
if
to
somebody
Gavin.
did that to me.
Oh!
I,
They're
is that?
alive. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. They're
looks
it's
like-
just weird.
It looks like pre-packed
Look
food.
at that one.
Let me see.
Just scroll. I can't reach over to him and hand it to him.
Also, this is.
A little glimpse of it there.
Oh my god.
Now take a sip of this.
That looks like somebody's selling them on eBay.
So there you go. I'm sure that's how far you can get vacuum sealed down, Gavin.
It's like someone took chocolate milk and then threw a bunch of seeds in it.
Yeah, like a bunch of
You're
like
curious. You
floaty
keep
junk.
looking at it.
What is that? Is that
not bad.
cornflakes? What is that?
It's a weird
Do you,
texture.
do you think you could ever
That's a
move
teddy
on?
bear.
We're having
It's
two
just
totally
a
different
vacuum sealed
conversations.
teddy bear.
Oh, it's hideous. Show that one. It's awful.
I vacuum seal stuff all the time now because in my quest to be a futuristic person, I now have a new method by which I cook stuff, which is the only way I cook stuff now.
You suck the air out of it?
Suck the air out of it, and then I vacuum seal everything, and then I put it in a water bath. That looks
What's in your
awful.
mouth?
It's just a teddy bear that's been vacuum sealed.
It's called sous vide cooking. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I hate it.
What's wrong with you?
It's awful.
What's awful about it?
It's like it always comes out overcooked and dried.
What? What?
Yeah, and the people who do this, they're like, "Oh, it's great because you can't overcook it. You can absolutely overcook it." It's
You're-
awful.
something's
It's
wrong with
fucking
you.
terrible.
Can I try some?
You don't-
It's
Yeah,
also like
whatever. I'll cook you
overhyped.
the
Everyone's
best
like,
steak
it's the
of your
best
life.
thing in the world. No.
We
I'll
should-
tell you what,
we
I'll
should
cook you
both
the I'll cook you the best steak of your
Oh,
life.
I like this
What,
game.
you?
Yeah.
When you cook
I'm
a
a
steak?
mother-
No,
Fucking
to be
steak
fair,
master.
no, to be fair, I went to his house one time once, and you made me a steak. It was lush. That was a good
You
steak.
didn't make me a steak when I came to your
I
house
made
one
you my
time.
special steak.
You made me special steak with and it had great sauce, and then we drank that like Fujo stuff. What is it?
soju.
There you go.
I've developed my own
fucking hurt.
my own marinade for steaks.
This conversation is making me fucking furious.
Gus
I'm,
sauce.
fuck, I'm over here. I'm so goddamn furious.
Do you think we could do it on the podcast?
Where's
Like,
my
could you
triangle?
cook it in an hour?
What?
Like, could you, if you both had your setups here, could you?
I can
cook
have mine ready to cook within the hour.
Yeah, could you do
I
it?
could have mine done and on a plate in 30 minutes.
You would get
You
points
need
for
an
that.
oven for yours. What do you need?
At a grill. Barbecue grill.
We got to grill it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have next time we're on the podcast. We'll have a little steak off, and I'll be the judge, and I can wear like a little hat or something.
My watch is tapping at me. Why is my watch talking to me?
We
Is
could.
it 10-2? No.
No,
Why
it's
don't
low
we?
power.
Why don't we add some money to this and raise the stakes?
Oh,
like a steak.
Oh.
Barbara.
I
It's
do
not
like the
gonna be
idea of
fucking
a steak
horse meat,
price.
is it?
No.
With your
I don't even
newfangled
know where
horse
you can buy
meat.
horse
So we're
meat
going
in the
different
US.
directions. I'm in the future. I got fucking digital shit in and out of my body.
Hey,
what
how-
are you doing? You're fucking roaming the fields in Asia eating fucking horses.
How's
That's
the
what you're
battery on
doing.
your watch, huh?
What's that?
How's the battery on your watch, asshole?
10% left.
Oh, cool. I've had mine on for years.
What's that? That's a fucking sundial.
Did you want to try some of that?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
You don't want to try it?
No.
I
I
guess
That's
we'll
what I
try
thought
it.
you were asking to do,
No.
and I was like, Gavin would puke instantly just because of the texture of that.
Oh, can I maybe? I'll
can-
try a sip then.
You came back from Japan mad. Something happened to you over there.
I'm just like I was so calm for 2 weeks between Japan. Then I went on vacation in Hawaii, and I was just like so
looks like
relaxed and serene that
vomit.
now like the anger has like flared up. It's like you thought the fire was extinguished. Do you ever see Backdraft? It's just gonna explode.
How is that?
Oh, it's like, oh,
There's
like a-
seeds in there.
that's like day-old Cocoa Pops.
So imagine if you didn't eat anymore. That was your lunch.
And your
not
breakfast
good.
and your dinner.
Are
Welcome
you
to the
doing
fuck-
it for all 3 meals?
Welcome to the fucking future.
Sorry, it's like really like
I
wet.
get
Sorry.
kind of curious if I could do stuff like that. Like, how long can I go without solid food? Did you ever hear the time that Jeff and I did that master cleanse?
Yeah, yeah.
We drank oil or
He
something.
did not do a cleanse.
Jeff lasted for what?
Jeff
one
says he
meal?
does it a day. Jeff literally skipped breakfast and almost
He
passed
lasted
out.
until lunch.
Yeah, he lasted until about lunch.
Didn't you do like a week and then
I did
almost die?
7.5 days. And our boss at the time at the telecom company, the tech support place, he was like, "You are gonna fucking eat something right now." And I went. I remember because I got like
Surely your
kind of
stomach
like I don't know
was
what the
small.
word is. Like I kind of like flat. I felt flat.
Were you like hallucinating at all?
No, I just felt like everything was like almost like I lost my depth perception. Everything kind of felt two dimensional. And he saw it in my face that we were in a meeting. He's like, this is enough. You need to go eat something. So I went to the break room. I don't know why I chose this. I got those out of the vending machine. I got those orange crackers with the peanut butter in them.
Ugh.
I ate one of them, and it was like I could feel my head tingling from like just eating solid
Flavor.
food after not eating for a week. And I got like super nauseous and everything else from eating
That was
them.
probably
probably
really
'cause of
bad
the
for you.
cracker.
And I'm sure your
still ate 'em all.
your stomach must have shrunk during that time.
I would just think of it like you get to the point where you don't eat solid food.
Did you lose weight?
On this?
No, on the
cleanse.
no solid food.
Yeah, I think that was the point of it, yeah.
You must
How
have.
much weight did you lose?
I don't even remember.
Well, the reason I heard about the master cleanse in the first place is because Beyonce did it to be on Dreamgirls, because she plays like a young version basically of herself in that, and so she's like really skinny. And apparently she lost like 30 or 40 pounds doing that master cleanse for
David
like
Blaine, that's
for
how I
like
learned about
3
David
weeks.
Blaine did it.
She did it.
David Blaine did it for like one of those things where he like goes and lives in a box for a month or whatever, and drinks like sucrose out of a straw.
I watched that guy go underwater for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I ditched that event. I still feel bad about that.
You were playing off with Freddie W.
Man, we went and did a cool thing though. We went and did that puzzle room, escape room that we did. And I came back and talked about it. Everybody's so excited about it. Then fucking Barbara and her friends go, and they all go do it, and nobody fucking invites me.
Fucking Cole set it up. Blame him.
Flint Cole?
I
He's
can't
not in the
blame Cole
control
anymore.
room anymore.
He's in the fucking animation department
He did it.
Every time you see him, just call him traitor.
with the plague.
He likes that.
We could have beat the record,
Was
but
it fun?
someone was being really bossy.
Who was?
I can't. I'm not going to call them out.
Oh, you have
You
to.
already did.
Wait,
That's
wait.
what you're doing right
Hey,
now.
just list everyone who went and we will solve that.
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Who all went to this thing?
There was 11 of us.
There was
you want me
11
to
of you.
list all
All
of
right.
us? Okay.
Who's comfortable bossing around 10 other people?
How about this? She'll read all the names out and then we'll all come up with a vote independently.
Okay.
And say them at the same time.
There was. I'll see if I could remember
It
everyone.
was Brandon.
Brandon. I don't think Brandon went.
Okay.
No, was he? I don't
so it
remember.
definitely wasn't.
It's not
regardless.
Brandon. Yeah. See, this is a puzzle room. I figured
It
out.
was myself, Aaron Marquis, Aaron Zek, Miles, Josh
Which
Flanagan.
Josh?
Josh Flanagan.
Flanagan, Nadia, his girlfriend, Chris, Chris's girlfriend.
Chris.
Was it a person who worked here that was bossy?
No.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to know that.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want to know?
Good question. Good
I
follow-up.
don't want to call it anybody because I realized something. There's people in the group that don't work here, and I wouldn't even know anyway.
Yeah.
So
If it was
follow-up.
someone here, I would call them out, but it wasn't.
That
Oh, I
made,
see.
that made
That's a
the
good call.
game less fun.
yeah.
I know who it is, though.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look how
It wasn't
ridiculous.
me.
Look how ridiculous you look.
Look the future.
Yeah, that's the fucking future. The triangle's upside down. That photo, you fucking inaccurate.
No, I think it's just on its side.
drawer.
Looks more.
I think it's great.
looks more
No,
like,
that's the way you had it. Is it not?
that is the way he had
I
it.
feel like the point is down on that.
Well, it's because you had it curved.
Wearing a dopey hat.
You don't like my hat? I actually picked this hat out.
What about this
I'm
hat?
okay with it.
So
It's
we,
like
went to, we went to
Taylor Stone.
one of the Longhorn football games the other day. The Longhorn football team's fucking terrible. The Longhorn, the
It
Longhorn,
was so funny.
the Longhorn football team's they beat your fucking school Rice.
Yeah, everyone beats Rice.
That's true, they do.
But the fucking the end for the last 2 games has been fucking hilarious.
It's really fucking crazy. It is like I'm the kind of sports fan too, where it's like, I like the team when they're winning, and then when I'm like, they would call me a fair weather fan, but it's like when the team's losing, I'm like, you fucking assholes. That's all you have to do is win the fucking game. You're getting
All
this
you have to
huge
do is
stadium.
not get hit in the face with a football when you're trying to fucking punt it.
Well, I remember a few of us went out after the game. UT was playing, I forget who, but it was the Saturday night when we were going out for Aaron's going away. And they were
that
down.
that was the game where I got this hat. That
Yeah.
was we played not Oklahoma State that day. I was at the fucking game. Who do we play? California. Thank you.
and they were down by,
Cal.
you said like 20 points or something like that. So you
UT
left.
was down 2 touchdowns, which is about 28 points. That's not correct. That's 14
14 points.
I don't know where the fuck I came up with 28.
And so you guys left and you met us at the bar and it was showing the end of the game and they had come back and it was 44 to 45 and
Yeah.
then they missed the kick.
And Memphis Cook, the extra point, they missed it.
How do you miss that?
A good
There's no,
question.
there's no goalkeeper.
I guess his foot just caught the ball wrong or something because they didn't
Instead
block
of-
it.
You
Instead
miss
of-
it by sucking. That's how you miss it.
See, what happens is when they snap the ball, the guy, there's like a holder who grabs the ball, puts it down, and then whatever the way the laces point can affect,
Laces out.
can affect which way the ball goes. And so you have to be very careful about the placement of the laces. And you have to get a very deliberate kick, and they step back a certain distance to do it. And instead of doing that and kicking the ball with his foot, the kicker shoved his own foot up his ass. That's exactly what happened because he missed a fucking extra point. I'm 100% lifetime on extra points. Do you know that?
What, of you kicking them?
You did one?
I did one. We were
So you
fucking,
stopped
we were
after
fucking
one.
around in college, and I probably kicked, I think, like a 17, 20-yard field goal, and I nailed it right down the
Wow.
middle. Nailed it.
I feel like I could do that.
And my buddy goes,
you
holy
couldn't.
shit, he goes, that was
Hard.
amazing. Do it again. I go, I'm never doing that again as long as I live. I'm 100% lifetime on field goals.
Let's go out there and all try.
I
Or
can't.
you won't try.
God.
What if
cares about
you could be 200%?
Hey, Tyler, what do you think is the chance of the Longhorns opening the season 1-5? Because they got Oklahoma and TCU next.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Longhorns are going to be 1-5.
I don't know what
It
that
is
means.
the richest.
1 win, 5 losses?
It is the richest football program at the collegiate level in America.
Oh, careful. Fighting words.
Richest. I mean, it makes the most amount of
okay,
money.
okay.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a turd. It's a total turd right now.
I had a thing the other day where I fell asleep.
I'm done
on
with
a-
sports, by the way.
I fell asleep on a
Tune to
plane.
Sports Ball tomorrow.
Yeah, watch
Hear
Sports Ball.
more.
I fell asleep on a plane. I think it was flying to Dallas from Austin or something. And when I woke up, it was a really old podcast. It was you guys talking about how that massive screen had to be risen up because they kept like kicking the football
right.
into it.
Oh, that's at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
And as I woke up, I heard that story. I was like, I remember that story. Looked out the window. I saw it. It was right like out of my window with my eyeball.
Stadium?
Yeah.
You're on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Weird timing.
That's crazy.
That is really weird timing.
Yeah. I was like,
wonder
I'm
if you
looking
knew
right
you were
at
in
this
Dallas
thing that
and
you're
you, like,
talking about.
I guess you would know what podcast you were listening to.
I got so mad
was
at an
30
airline
20.
on my way back to the U.S. Well, I guess on my way back to Austin. I was on a plane from Hawaii to Los Angeles.
5-hour flight?
Yes, it's about a 5-hour flight.
Yeah.
And the app and my boarding pass, everything said, your plane has television and internet. Like, great.
Yeah.
5 hours, going to pass like nothing. I'm
Yeah.
going to watch TV, use the internet. Got on the plane, and the flight attendants come on like, oh, okay, and this flight has, DirecTV and Wi-Fi. I was like, awesome. And then there's a pause. The flight attendant comes back on and goes, oh, wait, we're flying over the ocean, so the DirecTV and the Wi-Fi don't work. And I was like, mother
What airline?
fucker, United. And I was like, I didn't bring anything. Like my 5 hours was going to be like do an email or something. I was like, nope, just going to sit here staring at nothing for
Are you
5
the one-
fucking hours.
Let me ask you, how does that conversation work? If I'm the flight attendant and I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have DirecTV and we're going to have Wi-Fi on this flight from Hawaii to Los. Hey, is this the Hawaii flight that flies over the ocean? It is? Oh, fuck. All right, never mind. How do you not know that fucking Hawaii, they're going to fly over the ocean? What, are they going to circle the island for 5 hours and land?
So they don't have
fucking
anything
mad.
built
And
in?
I've been on planes. Like I flew to Australia over the fucking ocean and had Wi-Fi the whole time.
You
Yeah,
did
'cause-
not. I've never been on an international flight that had Wi-Fi. You
Oh, yeah.
did?
Yeah.
No, yeah, because
Someone,
they go.
I'm getting ripped off.
They go
I'm
to
getting ripped
satellite
off.
now.
Yeah.
They used to like beam it from the ground, but now you can beam to space.
Yeah, LA to Melbourne. Yeah, it was. You're right. That's what they do. It's like built in. If you fly the 787-9 series, it's built into all of the planes.
What'd you fly? What was the plane from Hawaii to
It's
LA?
a 737. They didn't even have fucking hot food. All they had were the goddamn snack
Well,
boxes.
Gus, the ocean's cold,
Hot
so all the
food.
food
Dude,
is
that
cold.
cheese plate. Get that cheese
Talk
plate.
about
I
living
got
in
the
the past.
tapas plate.
Hot
I ate
food.
hummus and olives.
And olives.
Do you know what I found out
All
today?
about it.
Hummus makes you fart.
Was it?
Yeah.
that was a stinky plane.
Why? Why?
Why?
Because I bought some for lunch, and Michael was like, "You're going to be farting up a storm," and I was like, "Oh, is that a thing?" Hasn't happened yet.
Were you?
So you didn't find out
No,
anything?
no, yeah. I just like,
Michael told you, so
Michael
you're
told you
convinced.
that wasn't true. That's the story, Gavin.
yeah, I guess
Eggs
so.
make
That's
you
not
fart.
proven. You know what else I found out? You know when you lose weight, and I was like, "How do you lose weight actually? Like, do you sweat it out?"
Oh, I know this.
You
Actually.
know how?
Yeah, I do know.
I said this on the podcast. We talked about this.
Didn't they
You
have this
did?
on
I
Reddit
said
the
you
other day?
exhale it.
And sweat it.
I guess I just learned it
yeah,
again the other day.
you sweat a very small amount, but most of your weight
exhale.
is lost through exhalation.
So if you just sit there going,
You look great.
do you just lose weight over time?
How you doing,
Or
Barb?
pass out? Let me do it for the rest of this podcast and see how many pounds I could shed.
Get Barb a shake weight while she does. Barb's losing weight.
I lost like 5 pounds while I was in Tokyo.
Really? You're just skinny. You don't need to lose any more weight.
Just from all the fucking walking. Every day I walk between 8 and 10
Don't
miles.
worry, he gained it back in Hawaii.
That's how most of the world does it.
How do you know that? With your fucking shitty analog watch over there. How do you know how far you walked?
iPhone?
I bet I could tell you. I had a flaxseed somewhere stuck in there.
Thank you. That was perfect timing on
That
that
was good
cut.
timing.
Whoever's
Thanks for that, Patrick.
TVing over
What
there.
is your favorite seed?
It's got to be pumpkin, right?
My own. Take it easy, guys. The controller. You know what you signed up for when you came to the podcast today.
You know what seed they need to rename?
They
me think about it.
already
Let me-
renamed it. I know what you're going to
You
say.
said
They
rape
already
seed.
renamed it.
You
They
said
renamed the rapeseed?
Yeah, rapeseed
It's
is
canola.
canola. That's what we call it in the U.S. We call it canola oil.
What about rape oil?
It's canola oil.
canola oil?
What do you think? You think they have a different name between the seed and the oil?
I don't know. I was surprised it was called rape, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know where the name comes from.
Rape.
Although I recently found out that eggplants, I found out why they're called eggplants. Because they actually look like eggs through most of their life, and then they turn into the long purple fruit at the very end.
They're called aubergines, actually.
Aubergine, that's what they're called in the UK.
They
That's
breed-
actually a really beautiful name.
That's what they're called everywhere except for here.
Not Canada.
Well, it's the same. It's the same lump of land, isn't it? Really, same lump.
Former colony.
On all the other lumps, it's an aubergine.
So in South America, do they call it eggplant or
They don't
aubergine?
call it. They don't call it an aubergine in Mexico. I'm pretty sure.
What's the process by which something goes from a colony to a commonwealth? What is that?
Revolution.
No. revolution. I mean, it's like it must be a process, right? Like America never spent any time in the Commonwealth status, but that's where both Australia and Canada reside in the Commonwealth.
Well, what is the difference between a colony and a commonwealth?
Right, this is just another word because colony became offensive.
I don't know.
And so now we say Commonwealth instead of saying colonies?
I prefer nest.
What?
Do you consider yourself as being like in any way a British citizen, Barbara?
Not at all. No.
Because you're Canadian.
Who's on
Yeah.
your money?
The Queen.
Yeah. Dude,
But-
she's got the longest reigning British monarchy.
Yeah, good for her, man. That's
How
fucking
many
awesome.
years was it? I think you posted about it on Twitter recently.
Yeah.
Was it,
I can't remember what I posted, but it's like 50, 60 years or something.
You know, it's so shitty that guys die so much more quickly than women do.
Nah, it's not.
I mean, a woman's gonna have the record if she's a queen because she was a young queen. No one's gonna break that because it's like a bunch of dudes are gonna get in there. They're gonna fucking die in 20 years after they get it. You know?
Well, no, because if someone becomes queen at like 12, then they could easily break that record.
Or
I think what he's saying is that it'll never be a dude.
Never be a dude. They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
live that long.
Yeah, well, who cares? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying. It just leads me to think that's like I always think it's genetically unfair that women live so much longer than dudes.
But on average, it's not so much longer. It's like 4 or 5 years longer, isn't it?
No, I don't believe it is.
I think it is only like 4 or 5 years.
And I think if you look at like the top end, I spit a bunch of spikes. If you look at the top end of it, I'm getting covered in shit. The of the people that are like super, what do they call them?
Supercentenarians?
Supercentenarians, is that what they're called? Like the oldest, there's one dude in that group, and he's 117 years old. He's probably lying, right?
I think it was 112 is what I remember.
Well, there was that French woman who was 120 something.
120.
You have to verify. Like, how do you verify? I feel
do
like
you
when you go back
do?
that far, you don't know.
Nah, she looked old.
Was she able to function at all at that age?
Well, apparently she moved into a nursing home after she burnt down her kitchen
Oh.
at the age of 120. It's like so.
I'm
she made
surprised
it
she's still
20.
cooking.
Can you imagine your grand turning 100 and then living 20 more years?
No,
Or
my,
potentially outliving some of her grandchildren.
We're outliving you.
Or
yeah.
or like great grandchildren, not great grandchildren.
my grandmother
Yeah.
was 101 when she died. And I think it's the one thing you see in common is it's ladies and it's small ladies. Like my grandmother was this tiny lady. She was
Damn
like
it.
she was like 4'5", or maybe they just shrink over time. Maybe that's the way that
Yeah,
works.
people shrink.
But my grandmother, because of my dad being a priest. You gotta shake it up, otherwise it kind of
You're
gels.
spilling all over
Oh, am I really? Oh, I am. Fuck a duck.
Your chair looks like you
Future,
shat
huh?
yourself.
How's your future over there?
It's great. Great. 670
His
calories a
future
time.
shat all over his chair.
But my grandmother was way older. Like I was like the youngest one in all my generations of my family, because my dad waited until he was 45 to have me. My grandmother was born in 1898, if you can believe that or not. And she died in November, the early part of November in 1999. If she'd have lived 2 more
Wow.
years, or 2 more months, excuse me, she would have lived in 3 centuries. She would have lived in the
That's
1800s.
really annoying that she didn't make it.
Yeah.
Annoying.
And of
No,
course,
that would have been so cool.
yeah, it would have been cool. But it was really cool to live 101 years. Like, she lived through, living through the 1900s is pretty much what she did. It's just, that's, so
Crazy
much change.
change.
Yeah.
So much change.
Holy
so-
shit.
Did I ever tell the story on the podcast about my grandmother's first job?
I don't think so, no.
So, my first job out of college was I
Start
was
designing
working
the
for an
Think.
internet company, right? And that's what I did. Her first job out of college was, in 1916. And she was a school teacher at a school. And she was doing that for a couple years. And then one day she hears the bell ringing. She was outside of Watertown, New York, I believe, at the time. It's somewhere around Syracuse, where my family's from. And she heard the bell ringing in the town, and it was her job to go find out why the bell was ringing. So she goes to her barn and she gets her carriage ready, her wagon.
Oh.
She hooks it up to the horse. That took her an hour and get it all ready. Then she drives it into the town. That takes an hour and a half, 2 hours. She gets in there. The dude who was ringing the bell is now just sitting there. He's sitting in the middle of town. She says, "Why was the bell ringing?" And she says, and the guy says to her, "The war is over. We won." And she says, "Okay." And then she turns around and goes back. And all in all, it took her about 6 hours there and back to find out that one piece of information, which
Oh
was
my
probably
God.
at that point, that was probably about 2 weeks old, I would guess, just
Why
based
didn't
on the
they
steps.
have a rope pulley system
Go
that
ahead.
you could attach a note to and just?
I mean,
it
they
would
had
just get-
telegraph by
Be a
that point in
long
time.
rope.
It did?
But maybe the telephone was ubiquitous too, but it's just where she was. It takes a while for those technologies to reach some of those smaller areas. And Watertown, New York is not a bustling burg by any means. So that's crazy.
That's unbelievable to think that was less than 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Good
now
news, though.
we've all got this thing in our
I know,
pockets.
right?
Can you imagine how many times you would have had to have ridden a horse to do everything
Yeah.
you've done on this?
You'd be like, "Oh, who was in that movie with Tom Hanks?"
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Let me
I
ring
guess
the
my
bell.
friend.
I talked to her and I said, so you might remember seeing your first ever car, like when you saw a car for the first time. And she goes, oh, I remember seeing an electric light for the first time.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a big fucking deal, an electric light.
Were they scared of it? Like you're scared of your thank?
I'm not scared of my think. My think is the wave of the future.
Someone was talking about, I saw a discussion the other day about how essentially we went from not being able to fly to figuring out the airplane to being on the moon in 66 years.
It's crazy, right?
Right. It's
God.
Wow, that is a small amount of time for all
Yeah,
that.
the Wright brothers were 1903. We landed on the moon in 1969.
It's crazy that we went from not being able to orbit the Earth to achieve orbit to then hitting the moon and landing on the moon and returning in like a 6-year time span. Between Sputnik and the Apollo missions. It's a short amount of time.
Wasn't there like some stat released recently that said if all of time was compressed into like a calendar year, then humans would have started existing like December 31st at like
Yeah, it's like 11:57.
11:58.
That was
I
in
think.
the first episode of Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
With Degrassi.
Well, we recently established
that
that
show.
dinosaurs all ate themselves.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the
They
meteor
ate
theory.
themselves?
They were really vicious, and they all ate themselves.
Well, everything was always eating it.
Before
itself.
we're talking
about the
Before he
herbivores?
died, a brontosaurus regretted his life of only eating plants and decided to eat himself.
Yeah, he was the last one.
I just want to know how good I taste.
So there's flowing water on Mars apparently.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. The thing about that is
It's okay.
Next topic.
Is it not super hard for anyone else to get excited about how many times they've discovered water on Mars? And
Yeah, I think there was always ice though, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean it's like they've announced finding water on Mars. I think about 50 times.
Do you think the moon last night was like, come on, it was my turn?
Give me some ice. I'm good.
Did
I
you
got
watch
water.
the Super Blood Moon or whatever it's called?
I did not.
Let me tell you something.
We were doing Colton show things. So
You know
I-
things I don't care about?
The moon?
The moon.
The moon's awesome. It's lovely up there.
I was so over everyone talking about the fucking moon.
I
know,
just
I don't
tweeted
give
the
a
word
fuck.
moon.
Thanks, moon. I appreciate that you're there and doing your job. But seriously, I couldn't give a fuck what color you are, how big you are. It just doesn't matter to me.
What if the moon heard
Weird, I
that
say
and
that
then
all the
just
time.
left?
No, I said I appreciate what it does. I'm glad it's there.
He's
I'm
putting
not-
his time.
What does it do? You mean the tides and stuff?
Tides and yeah, all that shit.
Man, great job, Moon.
Yeah, way to be giving a slide at night.
But doesn't that
Still have
happen?
so many seeds in your teeth.
No, I can't stand it.
The,
I'm like just sucking away at my own face.
The lunar eclipse.
Go ahead.
Like a
Where
dinosaur.
the Earth eclipses the moon. Doesn't that happen every day? Or every month? Or how often does it rotates around the Earth every month, right?
Yes, 28 days or something.
So,
Yeah,
how
like
does it-
the lunar eclipse is at different places, but yeah, like
so there's one every month.
it would
There's
seem
one
that way to
point
me.
where the Earth comes completely between the moon and the sun.
That's
every
all
month.
it takes.
Yeah.
Seems like that would happen all the freaking time.
Yeah.
But maybe, a lot of times, maybe it happens over unpopulated areas or the ocean.
Again, the moon. I mean, everybody can see the moon, though. I mean,
Right, but you know how when there's a lunar eclipse, there's always a band of area, where this is where you can see it best,
Right.
and then this is where you don't see it as good.
I want to look this up on Google for you, Gavin. You
Yeah.
ready? How often are there lunar eclipses?
Gavin or Google.
Although, wouldn't that mean there's a solar
Good
eclipse?
guy.
the
Oh my
exact-
God! It's the first question.
Which one said it?
Also, how often should you change your oil? Gus, you want to answer that question?
It depends, synthetic or
I'll look at you.
normal.
Smart guy.
What's synthetic? How do they
It's
make it?
only ever.
I don't know how they make it.
10,000 miles.
That's synthetic.
Am I crazy too? Like, maybe I don't understand the way the moon works, but the different phases
Doesn't
of the
really
moon
work.
is the moon being blocked by the Earth.
No,
A
it's
different-
whether it's day or night on the moon.
Like, because it's facing the part of the sun and
Oh,
that's
people
facing
are
you.
going to hate this
Look,
discussion.
when it's like a
Staying
crescent moon,
far away
right?
from this.
Yeah.
When it's a crescent
Crescent?
and there's like a little sliver of light.
Like the new moon is the moon facing away from us. The
The
totally
moon
dark moon
facing-
is the moon, the light side of the moon facing away from us. Gavin, did I lose you?
Doesn't
in
that
this?
just mean the side that we're looking at is
We
at
have-
night?
How about this? Full moon. What is the full moon? Well, the sun only. I got it wrong. So the side of the moon the side of the moon that faces the Earth always faces the Earth the same side, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
because it rotates at that speed where
That is correct.
that face is always facing us. But
So
it's not
what
always
you're saying,
light.
what you're
on
saying
there.
is 100% correct. What you're saying is 100% correct.
So a crescent moon, the shadow isn't the Earth. It's just that's nighttime. on
Right. The
that
sun
part.
is facing a different part of the moon that we can't see because it's not facing us.
There you go. That makes sense.
How often does a lunar eclipse happen?
Well, I think the next one of these is 2033.
But that's the next supermoon
Supermoon,
eclipse.
yeah.
Which is where it's big, right?
So Bernie's still investigating.
How often do lunar eclipses happen? During the 21st century, there are 85 total lunar eclipses. A special geographic location on the surface of the Earth will be able to see an average 40 to 45 lunar eclipses, or about one every 2.3 years.
I don't see how it.
How
could
can it be
that
85,
far.
but there's 40 to 45
So
on
does it just
average?
mean that there's a time so the moon's coming round between the Earth's coming, the moon's on the other side. Christ, the moon's on the other side of the Earth, right?
So happy.
But-
I'm so happy how bad we are at this.
Is it that it's too high to be blocked by the Earth or too low? And there's only some times where it's like perfectly in line? Is that why it only happens every few years?
Well, I think that everything in the solar system basically operates on a disk. That the way that with the rotation, that everything is lined up, and so that includes the moon as well. Am I wrong about that?
I have no idea.
Okay, pretty sure that's the way it works. Like I always thought,
Well,
it was
like
one
you
of the-
wouldn't have a planet doing this around the sun and the moon doing this.
right, exactly right. Like the moon is like,
But
I
isn't
think-
one of the planets like on a skew?
I think
well, Earth is on a
Uranus.
skew.
No, I mean like not the planet axis, but the actual orbit.
I think Uranus's orbit is like this.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it's-
on the
It's
same
not-
plane as the other
but
planets.
it's still
Oh,
spinning.
it's not.
No, it's slightly tilted.
Yeah, it's slightly tilted.
I didn't know that. All right, I'm
Just
checking
like
my
Uranus.
math.
Neptune? It's one of those far out ones.
Yeah, I think Neptune's axis is like 90 degrees, but I think Uranus has an askew orbit.
What came first, Uranus or the
Or
The god.
Uranus.
god of Uranus?
Probably the god.
And then they took him and thought, butthole.
Yeah, he's like, what a fucking asshole
Man,
that
that guy was
guy.
a jerk. Yeah.
Don't a lot of people call it Uranus?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're just trying
avoid the
to, they're just
giggles.
trying to not say anus.
But what's the right one? Is it
You know,
Uranus?
the orbits of the planets are coplanar because during the solar system's formation, the planets formed out of a disk of dust which surrounded the sun. Because that disk of dust was a disk all in a plane, all the planets formed in a plane as well. Rings and disks are common in astronomy. I mean, there's a lot of weird things about our solar system in general, like the fact that the moon, the distance of the moon versus its size relative to the distance of the sun and
Yeah,
the relative
it's very
size of the sun is like this
coincidentally-
very coincidental.
It's like it's around 400 times further away
What's that?
than
This
the moon.
is the axis, rotation?
Orbits. Who
No.
is that?
Well, the information that I got was from Cornell, so...
I got this from Reddit.
Well, you know, it's another thing, too, is that
And it's, according to this, it's Pluto, it looks like.
Pluto's not a
Pluto's
fucking
not-
planet.
It is now, isn't it?
No,
Oh my god.
Pluto's not a planet. There's actually a really great video
Did they
out there
replanet it?
that explains why Pluto was
I'm gonna
declassified
take a
as a
little
planet.
picture of it.
And it talks about, like, historically, they counted other planets in the solar system, like, I think it was in the 30s, that recently. They were teaching school children that there were 10 planets. Before they discovered Pluto, they were telling, like, Eros was a planet. And major bodies that they had discovered in the asteroid belt, they were teaching those as planets. And then they realized, oh, those aren't planets. It's just a fucking band of garbage, you know, in between Mars and
Really
Jupiter.
insulting to all the asteroids.
What's
Yeah.
that? Yeah. And so those were declassified as planets. And now they're thinking that we're learning the reason why Pluto is declassified as a planet is we're seeing now other stuff that there's another asteroid belt on the outside.
Are we going to start talking about it?
What do you mean?
Well, I know where this is going.
Where's it going?
The rogue planet.
Oh, Planet X? Yeah, that's smashed into...
Nerubia, or what do they call it?
Yeah, Planet X or...
I heard about that in
you said
school.
it. It's Nibiru?
Nerubu or something
Sounds like
that?
Star
Yeah.
Wars planet.
That we've talked about that on the podcast before. Somebody who it's a theory that
Prince
there's another
Ali
planet that's like on this
Abubu.
huge orbit around the sun, and its orbit intersects with all the other planets, and it just hasn't smashed into anything, but it's going to smash into Earth on its
Yeah,
next
it's
return.
like coming back,
Yeah.
and we're not
Cool.
going to know
Well,
until
I mean,
it's too late.
That's the thing about all the way you visualize stuff, like the asteroid belt. You think like flying through it would be like, oh, don't hit an asteroid. But they're really, really far apart.
Yeah,
Space is
Nibiru.
huge.
And even to the point where if two galaxies
Nibiru.
went into each other, almost nothing would hit.
But all the gravity would fuck everything up.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah.
would go mental, but nothing would collide because everything's so
But
sparsely.
it would still be like the end of life. If another galaxy, if another solar system came through our solar system, shit would get fucked
I don't think
up.
it would for a long time, though. Like, stuff would get near and it would get weird, but I don't think you'd die for a while.
You'd be like, oh, we're not in orbit around the sun anymore.
I think you still
This
would
is
be
going to
there.
be really bad
Because
very quickly.
the sun would get pulled by the same gravity that you would.
unless it's getting pulled at a different rate. But like if something's on one side,
It would just probably start shitting off bits of sun, but it wouldn't, like, as an object, move. It would just be like,
Have you heard the sounds of space?
yeah.
Someone posted something where they have the audio of like Jupiter and like other planets.
what does it sound like?
It's creepy. It sounds like a horror film.
Jupiter.
It's like
It
very.
just says its name over and over.
It's like a Pokemon.
I think it was Saturn. It's like kind of screechy.
Mercury's going, ah, fuck. Like a dude walking across hot pavement. The entire time.
I just like the idea of them saying their own names like Pokemon. Jupiter.
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this thing.
Then you find out that Uranus' name is really Philip.
Guys,
They
Joke's
named him
over, guys.
Uranus in the locker room. It's like it's stuck.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by.
The biggest fan of pizza I think of this company is you're up there, Gus. You're very much up there. But Jordan Swears is also. Didn't he go up for the Pizza Hut sponsorship where we made the pizza?
Yeah, his pizza won.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
His was the pizza that got selected as the RT podcast pizza.
Awesome. With that balsamic drizzle.
It was delicious.
No,
It was really good.
It was good. But what percentage of that guy's day is he at lunch? That's what I want to know.
did you never see him?
Well, he comes to lunch with us, so probably
That might be, by the way, the
same
first time in the history of the podcast that I have called him by his official name, by his real name.
Not
Not
Jordan
Jaden.
Swears,
Makes
not
sense.
Jordan who makes the Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures.
He just made
Why,
RTA
he's
number.
not gone a lot. We're not gone very long.
Dude, every time I see a picture of that guy, he's at lunch. I was walking by him today, and he was like talking about his lunch to somebody. Like he was just sitting around, just sitting there chatting with Cole, I think.
He just put out a RTA 200.
Oh man,
Dude, that's
when
my
we
uncle.
recorded the audio for that,
fucking yelled my voice out playing
I
that.
was so excited. Like I was reading, like I kind of read it, and I was like, I stopped after like page 2. I said, I don't want to read this. I don't want to spoil it for myself. Like I
Yeah.
want to see the finished product. I said, I'm only going to read my lines, and that's it. Like
I did the same thing. I had no idea anything else that happened in that thing other than my lines. And then when I saw it, I was very pleasantly surprised.
fucking
Your
awesome.
character, I really want that shirt that says video game with like 4 exclamation
We should.
points.
Yep.
I'm not going to say. I'll say it after the podcast. I have an idea.
Okay.
All right.
I think he had slacked me. He asked me like, if you were an anime character, what would your name be? And I just replied, Mr. Eyebrows. And I guess that's why they
Yeah.
converted it to the Eyebrow Kid or something.
I just remember having to go tee like 400 times in the booth.
Like, yes, that was it. Number 374.
I had to do one where it's like tee question mark? Yatta.
You look like a bumblebee today.
Thank you. So I think it was Colton who works in live action. He said I looked like a 90s bumblebee.
Oh, really?
And I was
They
like-
look different in the 90s? The
I don't know, maybe. They'd probably be dead
there were
by
more
now.
of them around. They weren't all dead. Too soon?
Thank you.
All the planets are on a different orbital plane, according to Dylan Breen on Twitter.
It's been a science-heavy one that I'm pretty sure was the most wrong we've ever been.
Yeah, it was
Trying to
pretty
guess
bad.
how
That was
it
pretty
would-
bad. We were in
The
territory.
thing is,
that-
I wonder about how much of this stuff that we're taught in school that is just not right. Like, they don't correct until you get to, like, a later class. Like, I remember when I took, like, AP chemistry for the first time, and my mind was blown when they first explained how electrons actually orbit an atom. It's like, oh, no, it's not the way that we draw it in textbooks. It's not the way we've been showing you for 15 years. They actually orbit in these different energy levels, and they move between them, and they have, like, these different shapes. It's like, why don't you just fucking explain it that way to begin with? Like, they intentionally teach it to you the wrong way to make it easy,
Well-
and then they teach it to you the right way later.
That's, but you remember it better when it's wrong. I mean, it's like.
Well, yeah, because you were taught it longer, like
Yeah.
over
Well,
a decade.
I assume they used to be taught that the Earth was flat in school. And that was
yeah, but we
obviously
don't
wrong.
teach that anymore.
No, but I'm saying like there's probably a lot of things being taught that are wrong that we just haven't figured out yet.
I want to say too, whenever
like
we talk
the-
about science
the
too, we
tongue.
always get bombarded with people telling us why we're wrong, and then they also then give us wrong information. Like they
That's
don't
the
know
worst.
themselves. They do that constantly. Like, no, you're idiots. Like this guy goes, Bernie, haha, lol. The moon doesn't rotate. The moon absolutely does rotate. It rotates at the exact same speed as its orbit. Otherwise, it would orbit, and we would see a different side of it every time if it didn't rotate at
Right.
all.
Haha, lol.
Lol.
But that's the thing about space. It's all about
Go
where
ahead.
you put your base point in terms of what's moving and what isn't. Like if you stop in space,
Hold on,
the s-
Do
Muriel,
people know-
I got this. Shut up! Hey! Shut up in there! Hey! We're recording the podcast! Shut up! Okay, I got that one,
They
Muriel.
actually quieted down.
I am really scared of you right now.
It's like a real life
I
Rooster Teeth office
saw
tour.
the veins pop out of your neck.
you were so mad you kept interrupting yourself. You're like, hey, no, you shut up. Hey.
Oh God. Yeah, do they not? It's Monday.
Well, it's not like
podcast.
we've been doing this for 7 years or
I just got
something.
a tweet from the break room. It's Lawrence. It's like, no. That's passive aggressive.
Do you remember that parrot that came back?
Okay, hold on. Wait, stop.
Yeah, let's figure this one out.
Stop.
Let's figure this one out.
Did we hear about the
Parrot that came back. So here's what happened,
Do we know
Gus.
any
Where did it
famous
go?
parrots? though?
There was a family that lost their pet parrot, and then it was gone for a long time, and then it returned, or followed them over a great distance to a new place.
I've got a different interpretation.
Go ahead.
Family had a parrot. They woke up one morning, the parrot was dead. They buried it, and then later that day, the parrot unburied itself and
Your
came
story's
back.
way better than
I'm
mine.
going to say it was a
Okay.
parrot that was at a zoo or some type of well-known parrot that did a lot of cool tricks, and it flew away and then returned to the zoo someday.
Gavin,
A couple years later.
tell us about the parrot that came back.
So apparently, it was a story from England. There was a guy who had a parrot for a long time.
A pet parrot.
Pet parrot.
Damn it.
Okay.
Barb's out.
I'm out.
It just flew off one day.
Damn.
4 years later, it came back speaking Spanish.
What?
Was it? How did you know it was the same one,
And he was
though?
annoyed that it didn't know English anymore.
Did he have to go like call a Spanish friend and be like, "Hey, listen, can you come over? The parrot's being difficult."
How did he know it was the same parrot? Like, couldn't it?
I think he
guess-
could just tell it was the same parrot because it came back,
I
but it'd
assumed
been
it, yeah.
it'd been living in Spain.
Well, you assume that, but it could just live with a Spanish family.
Oh, like down the road.
Down the road,
I
yeah,
guess
like
so.
like 20 houses away or something like that.
It just must have been so annoying to like have to reteach your parrot English because it forgot it all.
Is that it?
What is this? Is this
I
the
just
actual
No,
parrot?
Adult. Nigel.
the parrot.
Nigel, the British parrot, reunited with owner after 4 years, now speaks Spanish.
Nigel's not even a Spanish name. What do they call him? Me llamo Nigel.
How does a parrot speak though?
The sad ending is that Donald
mouth?
Trump had him deported. That's the sad part of that story at the end of it.
Like, how does it make the human noises? Because that's all it is, right? It's just replicating a sound.
Just mimicking, yeah.
They can mimic a lot of different stuff.
I think there's some sounds that they mimic better than others, like P's and B's. That's why it's easy to teach them stuff like pretty bird.
They're also good at saying wanker. I
The
think.
Sultan and his daughter.
Was that Gilbert Godfrey?
From
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Gilbert Godfrey that played that parrot. I would never.
Yeah. Why would
JD's got a
Disney hire him?
parrot. He says his parrot's name is Whistle, and it's like I have never liked.
He has a parrot?
Yeah, Whistle the bird.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like that bird is gonna be like they live a long time. Like that bird's gonna be with us for like 30 or 40 years. You know, it's gonna be
Wow.
be around for a while. So yeah, Whistle the bird. He's got a bum leg. So
I love birds. I want to get a
saw,
bird. But
when I was in Hawaii, I was walking down the street. I saw like your stereotypical Hawaiian dude like driving this tiny little car, like a little Volkswagen Jetta or something, and then like sitting on his window was rolled down, and like sitting on the roll down window was just his parrot. It's like looking at everyone walking by. It's like fucking dumbass bird.
why is that dumb? That's cool.
I don't like birds.
I love birds. I
Whistle's a
would
good
love
one, and JD likes Whistle a lot. But I'm not a. To me, the operative word in pet is pet. If you can't pet it, it's not a pet.
You can pet a little parrot's head.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. You ever done that?
Did it
this
bite
thing
you?
where they take that like that their mouth, the beak, and they got like that leathery rock tongue, and they're like, oh, this is too much. They like chew on you a
See,
little
here's
bit.
what I want to do with a bird. I want to get a small bird, right? I want to cup the body and then just like mush the head with my face, and it would like duck its head, and it's really cute. Cause
You
the-
mean like a
the
little
soft-
duckling?
or like a chick
Yeah,
or
a
something.
chick.
So why-
Or like
why-
a tiny little bird.
Why is it that all like baby animals are cute? All baby animals. Like I can't think of an ugly.
seen an
Isn't
owl?
that why it, like, to make its parents
Oh yeah,
love
baby
it?
birds are yeah.
So
Like,
its parents will love it.
predatory birds are kind of gross looking. They're all like leathery and
Baby kangaroo, minging.
not like a
like a snot.
They're like fetal when they come out, and then they go hide in the pouch for a little bit. But when the little baby kangaroo is cute, little baby elephant's cute, little baby
jelly.
hippo's cute.
So the missing parrot was actually from the U.S.
Oh, it was.
It's from Torrance, California.
And it flew to the UK.
And it lived in the UK?
No,
And then,
it's in the U.S.
So maybe did he fly out of Mexico, learn some Spanish, and come back?
Maybe.
I thought it was in England that the guy lost his parrot.
No?
maybe you just
Maybe
saw the
Nigel
word,
the
like,
parrot.
English. And
It's
so
on the
thought it
BBC
was-
website.
Oh.
He was when they found Nigel, he was singing and talking without control. He was barking like the dogs. I'm from Panama, and he was saying what happened in Spanish.
What happened?
Can you imagine? You fucking find your parrot after 4 years.
What I missed, bitch?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
So, there's you guys have seen the Planet Earth documentaries?
yeah.
The Birds of Paradise one, there's apparently, I forget the name of the
Fucking
bird.
love that when the bird's like doing this number.
There's one that could imitate almost any noise,
Right.
like drills or anything that it
I
hears
thought
nearby.
that was fake. Was that real?
No,
Yeah.
there is one that's fake with Richard Attenborough, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
David Attenborough?
David Attenborough.
Richard
Was
Attenborough
it?
died.
Oh yeah.
He
Sorry
was
for your
the
loss.
actor.
He was in
Time
Jurassic Park.
And yeah, it's like one where they did like he imitates a lot of stuff. Like he imitates a
Car
camera
alarm.
noise. Yeah.
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 There's a lot of random stuff. It's a funny video.
But yeah, that one that opens up and it's like this big long blue thing. And
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
gorgeous.
And it's like flipping its head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always the same result, too. The female bird goes,
Nah.
fuck this. And just like takes off every time. I've never seen that work. Like, the only thing that works is when the two males just like kill each other and there's one left. She's like, all right, you're good enough.
Just like real life.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like,
Yeah.
Did you see all
2
those?
a.m.
The amount of
bars
guys that come
closing.
up to me with like a giant black coat. With Just like, fuck off.
Barbara's great. Like, we had as you can imagine, when we go out, Barbara gets approached a lot. Like, it's just like people like,
I've been a witness to it.
but yeah, it happens. And,
It is exhausting being her.
Nah.
it's pretty relentless, but like it's also gets to be useful because Barbara's like really good about diffusing. I don't know how else to put that. It's like there was a guy who like we were 4 people having a conversation, and this guy like jumped into the middle of our conversation, and was like he was that kind of guy who comes in giving everybody shit kind of a thing. Like he was like negging, I guess is the way to say it. But it's like guys, it's just like I just want to like throw the guy off the balcony. He's like, how come you're not watching the game? The game's on. Horns are coming back. We're like, we were just at the game. It's a piece of shit game. The team sucks, but thanks for doing that. Just gotta watch the game. And Barbara like turned around. I don't even know what she said. She turned around and she goes, ... And he goes, have a nice night. He was like going,
Wow.
like he completely like leveled out. I don't know if she turned around and went, go fuck yourself, or what she said to him, but she said 2 words. Perfect comedy. He was like, okay,
It's like
see y'all.
that Vulcan death grip just like
Yeah, it was.
ended the situation. What did you say to her?
Like a snake charmer.
I don't even remember.
What do you think you said
I
to her?
think I was probably just like, hey, we're having a discussion here. Please leave us alone. And he was like, okay.
Barbara's kind of scary. Like, I've
diffused it,
I've
yeah.
seen you yell at kids at the pool, and you don't even yell. You're just like, you just do your like
I'm
sort of
just like,
Canadian.
well, it bothers me when there are kids playing by us in the pool when there's no one else in the fucking pool. It's a big ass pool. So I'm like, hey, why don't you guys go
Oh.
play on that side? There's plenty of room. Don't bother us.
We have they keep asking me, I guess when I was fucking around and yelling, people keep asking me if I have a bruise. Yes, I do. I have a huge bruise on my arm.
Jesus.
That's a
from
shiner.
yelling?
Yeah, from yelling. No, I was on the set of a production that we have, and I had to do a stunt, and I got really fucking hurt doing the stunt. Like, I didn't get hurt at all on Lazer Team, and I did some really crazy stuff in that, which, by the way, we should fucking talk about
Yeah,
Lazer Team.
I was
It
gonna
looked
say, we need to bring
it looked great. You
You
showed
look-
me the footage of that stunt. It looked brutal.
Yeah, everybody who was on the set was like, "Ugh," when I did it. The production will come out at some point. It's one we haven't even announced that we're doing. I don't believe that's been announced anywhere. But it's kind of like a Colton show that we're doing. We went out there to LA this week to launch a Colton show. Matt and I were on it last night, and he's doing his Rooster Teeth entertainment system in LA. It's going to be one of the first shows that we're doing in Los Angeles now that we have a Rooster Teeth LA office. So we'll be doing more stuff like that. That was a lot of fun last night.
You guys were great. on
Listen,
that.
for a first show especially, it was like, holy cow. It's like when you
so jealous of their set.
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they really killed it. And
They
like when
also
you see
have,
some
like,
of the
a great
productions,
band and
yep, the guy, the leader of the band's fucking funny.
they were great. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a really funny guy.
impressed.
Did they get in the falls?
And I mean, here's the bottom line is that everybody loves Colton. I don't know what it is about that guy. He's just like super lovable.
How do you not like him?
I know.
He has that kind of personality that's just really energetic and really positive.
He couldn't come to the Lazer Team premiere. We were all bummed because he's actually on. In this whole time that we've known him, and started working on this new show with him as well. He then got cast in a NBC pilot that then got picked up, and they're shooting that thing now. And that's got a really cool cast. And I saw some pictures of the set. It's fucking amazing. That set's amazing, Gus. It's like 2 sound stages, and they built out a full superstore in that thing.
He's a busy guy.
We need a new set.
No, we are. We're working on something. Have you seen some of the mock-ups?
Marcus
Yeah.
showed me some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Marcus is like a dream come true. That guy. I
Yeah.
mean, it's perfect. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
can make anything.
And the
He can
fact
make
that he
anything.
has the bandwidth to work on pretty much every single production like that, I
Yeah.
don't know how he does it.
we're starting up some immersion stuff pretty soon, and he's heavy into that art direction for that. It's fucking great. It's really great.
Yeah, I think he and Patrick were talking about some of the new podcast set stuff, and Patrick sent me a bunch of pictures, and he was like, "Could you envision any of these being, the podcast set?" I was like, "Yes, all of
All
those,
of
all
them.
of them.
I
They're
know.
all fucking
Marcus
great."
was like, I don't know, like, what do you think about this? Do you I was like, love it. Like, do all of that. It's perfect. Have you seen anything?
No.
That's great.
I hate to hype it because it's probably still really far away, but
I think the only reason I'm excited about it is because we're not going to probably be using this couch
I
anymore.
love that couch. I'm taking that couch home.
Can I blow it up?
No, I'm taking that couch home.
This couch is in everything. I see it in like so many different productions. It was in Chef.
The white version was
the
in
white
Chef.
version was in
Yeah.
Chef. Yeah, him and Robert Downey Jr. are sitting on this couch.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yakking with each other.
Do you want to talk about Lazer Team?
Yeah, so let's talk about Laser Team. So we made a movie,
We
and then we had a big premiere
The
for it.
almost to the day a year ago.
Yeah, we just started. We got in like right under a year of like screening it for the first time.
It's not a bad turnaround.
I don't think that's too bad, especially for how many visual effects shots are in that movie. I think Matt said that in total there's 1,100 visual effects shots in Lazer Team. Yeah, the visual effects crew that worked on that is just fucking amazing. It's a group called Moon Tower here in Austin. I went to visit them. I know you're going to visit them pretty soon, I think.
Yep.
Going to go say hi. And yeah, they're just great. They're just great. And then, Matt, one of the reasons why we selected Lazer Team as a project, I mean, nobody is going to make a $2.5 million sci-fi movie. I mean, with visual effects and everything else. But we have Matt, and Matt had a 10-year history in Hollywood doing visual effects. So, I mean, he's steeped in that stuff, and it was great.
He must have been like a visual effects guy's dream director.
Yeah,
just in the way that Matt thought and framed up each shot. Mm-hmm. It's class.
It was a big deal. Like, there's one gag in particular that we had to it was really tough. Like, we had to keep a certain posture. I don't know how else to say that for, some of the stuff in the middle of the movie. The problems that you cause, basically. And the visual effects guys were like, oh, just try to hold this posture. We're like, okay, we can pull that off. But anyway, so we had a screening last week because we were selected to show the movie at Fantastic Fest, which is a festival that's here in Austin. It's a genre film festival. Typically a lot of horror stuff, really some independent comedies as well. And then at the same time, we had a screening downtown at the State Theater for all the backers who backed at the level where they would come down to the Austin premiere. So that's when we decided to hold that at that time because we were having the premiere in Austin. And then we're doing a premiere in Australia. We have not yet announced a date. It'll be after everything else, but we're going to go down there and have a big Australian premiere as well.
And it's also showing at Toronto After Dark, I believe?
Yeah, so then it got into another festival too as well. And it's like, we think we're pretty much, though, we're not really trying hard with the festival thing, just because we talked about this on Colton's show last night a little bit. The big question we're getting now is, and we'll talk about this before we talk about the movie itself, but the big question we get is when can we see it, when's it coming out, and all that stuff, which is totally a normal question to ask, especially for the people that made it happen. But this is where the phase we are now is that this is the way it works with distribution is that, we go to a film festival. There's a bunch of distributors there. They all saw the movie. We're fielding questions about that now. We've already been having discussions about distribution while we were editing the movie. But now this is like the first step in that process. And there's some movies that can sit in this stage for a year or 2 years before they come out. Luckily, because of Rooster Teeth and the network that we have and already the distribution models that we have in place, we don't have to wait that long. Like, we're not going to, like, if we go out months and months and there's no distribution plan materializing, we have a plan for, like, putting it out on our own. Mm-hmm. And, and we could totally do that. But we are trying to maximize, we're trying to, hit that sweet spot where people aren't super frustrated with, how long it's taking to come out. But at the same time, it's like when it does come out, it'll be a big thing and they can share it to friends, go to the movie theater to see it and that kind of thing. So that's what we're working on. And as soon as we have information, as soon as we have it, we will let people know. Because I know that's the number one question. It's what I see mainly on Twitter is people asking, when's it coming out?
I loved watching it with that room full of people, or the bit that we got to see.
Yeah, so we did an introduction at the backer screening. Then the cast, we had to leave. Mr. Alan Richardson was in town. Mm-hmm. And we had to leave and go to the festival screening for the Q&A for the press and the festival people.
I missed it. I'm so sad. I was out of town.
Gavin and I learned a really interesting thing on the press interviews we did this weekend. And that is that there's some press outlets that they will present a conversation as though it's all quoted. Like they say, interviewer says this, Gavin says this, Burnie Burns says this, Michael Jones. But that's not a direct transcription.
They would record our voices and completely retype what we said into different words. It's
really paraphrase.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, some of the stuff we said.
That's strange.
Especially when it's like, one of the things I really want to I always feel like I want to correct things when there's wrong information. Like criticism and stuff like that, when people have that. Like I say, the reviews for Lazer Team have been great.
And everyone at the screening just had nothing but really nice things to say to me afterwards, which was cool.
Yeah, it was really awesome, you know?
So I feel like everyone who was there had a really good time.
The reviews I'm really happy about because I was reading reviews for movies before our thing came out. And I was like, I even think I talked about this a little bit on the podcast to kind of prepare people. But we're used to internet comments, which are fucking brutal. Movie reviews are they are really brutal. Mm-hmm. I was reading a review that was kind of a mixed review. We're not batting 1,000 on reviews, but we're batting like 950 on positive reviews. It's really, I'm very happy about it. I'm sure it'll change. There'll be a review that comes out. It's like, this is a fucking piece of garbage. But
Clark's meets Star Wars.
Yeah, I was reading like a mixed review of Lazer Team. It's like the one I think that I would call mixed, and I was like, yeah. And then I looked at that website's reviews of every other movie at that festival, and it was just like, it's terrible.
Maybe
like,
that guy was just
like,
having
this director should not be directing movies anymore and stuff like this. Oh, this movie had a great premise, and it lost itself in the second act, and then I didn't care about the characters at all.
Ugh.
Just garbage. Avoid at all costs. And I'm like, yikes! It's like if I worked on something for a year and I read that, it has to hurt to read
Yeah,
that
people
stuff.
are very critical over movies.
Yeah, and it's like you think about the way you talk about movies too. It's like, I mean, go back and look at the way we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like a $150 million movie. We're like, it's gonna be terrible. You know what I mean? It's just like that's just the way people talk about movies.
Yeah.
Or they go see, I went and saw a terrible movie, and I spent 2 hours of my life, and it was awful. It was terrible. What a piece of garbage. It's like, did you get your money back? It's like, no, it's just a movie. No big deal.
I had not seen anything from the movie until Thursday night when it premiered.
Yeah?
I thought it was great.
Yeah? You had
Like,
fun?
I was, don't take this the wrong way, very surprised by you guys and Michael. Because it's like, no one here is a professional actor, and you guys all really impressed me.
Well, I mean, you can say that, but I mean, we've had a lot of experience acting. I mean, and this is, I mean,
You still surprised me
Well,
in a
thank
good
you.
way.
I appreciate that. The one thing that I do want to correct, which I talked a little bit about in the interview, and they fucking paraphrased me in the interview, which upset me, is one of the concerns that I think, like the only like really negative stuff I've read so far is from people who haven't seen it, and they have these like expectations of they're worried about it. They're not negative about it, they're just concerned. Mm-hmm. And a big concern is like some people said that who saw the movie, oh, you're going to like it because it's got a lot of RT references in it. And that everyone else went, what? No, what? It's like a big inside joke? Is that what the whole thing is? Like nonstop inside jokes? It absolutely is not.
No.
It is.
I think there's a difference between Rooster Teeth jokes and things that Rooster Teeth fans would recognize as references.
Which is exactly the way we approach the movie. Is that
It's just like Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's stuff in the background. And so I get that a Rooster Teeth fan who notices all that stuff would say, oh yeah, there was a ton of references. None of the reviews talk about that stuff at all. About like, if you read like reviews from people who are critics, professional critics, who don't know Rooster Teeth lore or whatever,
Yeah.
none of them reference that
because
at all.
everything still made sense within the movie itself.
There's no foreground stuff. I don't know how else to put that.
I also saw someone saying that, there was a lot of Rooster Teeth inside jokes. For example, there was a lot of RT cameos. It's like, well, that's not an inside joke. That's just using people from the company as
you wouldn't
extras
notice it any
that you wouldn't
differently.
even notice otherwise.
Well, that was a
regardless.
deliberate approach too, because we didn't want to do two directions with it, which is there's a lot of internet properties that are moving to movies. And some of them are kind of taking that, like when the Beatles or the Monkees make a movie, and it's like, here's the Beatles doing something, and it's like the Beatles movie. It's not like, this is a narrative movie that happens to cast Rooster Teeth people. It's not like we walk out of the Rooster Teeth offices and something crazy happens to us. You know what I mean?
It's the Rooster Teeth movie. It's not Rooster Teeth the movie.
That's a great way to put it. It's not Rooster Teeth the movie. And I think we were pretty upfront that it wasn't going to be that. The flip side of that is the college humor movie that they made called Coffee Town. And I talked a lot about this during the crowdfunding campaign. I'm a big fan of college humor. And I went and saw Coffee Town because it was a college humor movie. There was nobody from College Humor in the movie. Just like one dude. That was it. And he had like a 10-minute part in the whole thing. And I was like, what? I was like, I would love to see Streeter and Jake and Amir and Sarah. I would love to see them in a movie.
I watched part of that on Netflix or something. I didn't even realize it was a college humor movie
Huh?
until
And
right now.
Glenn
you just said
Howerton
it.
is the lead, the guy from Always Sunny.
Huh.
Yeah. And so we wanted to hit that middle ground where we have some Rooster Teeth people in it, but then we have some more household names, people like Alan and Colton and Allie. But we were always planning it. We always said we were going to have cameos from people from Rooster Teeth. But it's like, and I get like there's one shot where there's a reaction and they zoom in on a crowd, and the person that they're zooming in on, I think, was Trevor in that particular shot.
taking a picture.
We don't consider that to be a reference because someone watching the movie who doesn't know who Trevor is,
He's just an extra,
which is most
essentially.
people. They're gonna, no one's gonna think like, why'd they zoom in on that guy? No one's gonna think like that.
Right.
That is totally for the Rooster Teeth audience. So
Also,
like,
every movie that you watch or have watched ever is full of those references. You probably just don't know them because you don't know the director personally.
Yeah, like
he would
joke.
people shove Easter eggs all over their own movies.
yeah, like
Right.
when Matt worked on that racy car movie, years ago.
Driven. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like himself die in one of the scenes, like a tire falls on him or something.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, if you didn't know Matt,
Yeah.
if you didn't know he was doing the visual effects, you wouldn't know that was him. Like,
Or like Army of Darkness, Sam Raimi has that one car in all of his movies. If you don't know anything about the car, it has no effect on you watching Spider-Man or Army of
Yeah,
Darkness.
you're not going to see the car and be like, something fishy about that car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
like an example would be like there's a house and there's decorations within the house and there's like maybe a piece of art looks like a Rooster Teeth thing. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that would
I
just
think
be
that's
a
the way-
piece of art.
That I want to
Anybody not
assure
looking.
people. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to assure people that we put in references there, but they're not foreground stuff. And you said it's like it's the Rooster Teeth movie. It's not Rooster Teeth the movie, and I think that's a great way to say it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start saying that. It's gonna be on the poster now.
Yeah,
It's Rooster Teeth's movie.
What I was trying to tell people to assure them is that I would say that this is as much a movie about Rooster Teeth as Red versus Blue is a show about Halo. And there's a lot of people when they see Red versus Blue, they go, "Oh, it's a show about Halo." It's like has nothing to do with Halo, and nobody. It's like people who probably enjoy Halo probably enjoy Red versus Blue a little bit more. But there's no like overt Halo jokes or Halo references or anything like
The
that.
only thing I could think of would be the Puma joke. That's it.
Or they say Master Chief in the very first episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they
it's
talk
like
about-
after like 300 episodes, when you look across the course of the whole thing, there's not much.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching Red vs. Blue. I did like the occasional little reference to Halo, but it's absolutely not. You could
not-
never have played Halo, and you could easily enjoy the entirety of Red.
we hear
If
that a
you're
lot.
the kind of person who watches Red versus Blue, and in season 6 you're like, boy, Blue Master Chief is pretty dumb, you know? I mean, that's like, and then that's the kind of person that would have trouble like
there's
watching
that,
Rooster Teeth's
There's
movie.
that joke in season 1 where the announcer says "Blue Team flag returned," and then it ends up being Church, like going, "Oh, sorry
Yeah.
about that." It's just like a nice little reference to Halo, but it's like you don't need that at all.
Yeah. Here, let me read this.
You got it.
Thing. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by.
So we're
man,
talking
when I
anything
was
more
in-
about Laser Team at all? Because that was fun. We had a great time this
I had
weekend.
a lovely time.
So it's
It
good to
was a
see
very
Alan.
cool evening.
Alan Richardson is a fucking insane person.
Yeah, we
he's-
got to hang out with him for a few days.
We shot an episode of a show, a hypothetical scenario show. Jesus fucking Christ, that guy is he might be insane. He really might be nuts.
I love him so much.
I love
It's a
hypothetical
joy
scenario
having
show.
him around.
I've never seen such like a well-adjusted, insane person. Like he's just like he's so even keeled. He's so super. He's like the nicest guy on the planet, and he really has no reason to be nice. Honestly, he could be a complete and
Well,
total.
because he's like the best looking dude you've ever seen.
He could be a total asshole, and we'd all just put up with it. You know we would, right?
Look at that.
Look at that handsome devil. Look at that guy.
It's not fair.
Yeah. Like we'd have walked on the red carpet next to that, Like, bleh.
Guys look like a bunch of trolls next to him.
I know. There was a picture actually someone took of us during a Q&A where it's like I was standing in such a way that it was Alan Richardson standing there and then Michael standing next to him and then Gavin was standing like a step back from Michael and then I was standing a step back from Gavin. So we all look like we're the same height and we're like up to Alan's chest. It was like we look like Alan and his little kid.
There's a cool picture of, I think it's you, Ashley, Matt, and Anna.
Yeah.
But the way it's positioned, you and Matt have the crowns behind your head that's on the backdrop behind you. And someone's like, this is my
It's like
favorite.
the El Rey logo.
Oh, the El Rey logo.
And, like, you and Matt have
aligns
crowns on your
perfectly
head.
with your heads.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I
Like
gotta
the
see that. You have
kings.
that photo? Can I see it?
It was on Reddit. It was on our subreddit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I probably missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost it.
Yeah.
That's not it though.
But that's a nice picture.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How come Alan's wife was there? How come she's on that photo?
I don't think she does. Like, I don't know. She was like letting him do his thing and everything.
She's really sweet, too.
She's super
Aren't-
sweet.
They're high school sweethearts, right?
Yep, they're really cool. And I think I think this has been talked about before. Like, Alan went to high school with Toby Turner. It's like the weirdest coincidence ever.
I didn't know that.
They're the
Yeah.
same age?
I think they are. Yeah, I think maybe Alan's like a year or two ahead of him.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I don't even know. Toby actually did an interview with him, I think, for Blue Mountain State, and he kind of surprised Alan. You see, like the confusion. I was like, "Toby, what are you doing here?" It's like, "What are you?" It's like, "No, I'm here to interview you.
Oh,
It's
wow.
for this press junket thing." And it's a really funny moment that they had.
They're, I guess, similar in sense of humor, that really, like, outrageous, over the top.
A lot of questions, of course, coming in. Will there be a premiere in this place? Will there be? It'll be available in theaters here. I would say probably, a movie like Laser Team. It's probably if we can get to the point where we have a theatrical distribution for Laser Team, I would assume a good amount of theaters, a really good amount of theaters for us would be
There's a picture.
250. Oh, with the crowns. Yeah, look at that. It's funny.
Yeah. Oh, honest moment.
That's really funny. Look at Ashley laughing away.
So cute.
But yeah, so I would say it's going to be, places in like more major metropolitan areas. We definitely know we're going to do something in Canada. We definitely know we're going to do something in Australia. We want to do something in the UK. So hopefully we can figure something out, And then, we can always do something like where we take the movie and we go on a tour with it too. That's always a fun thing to do.
Until then, we're just going to talk about how awesome it is.
The Derek Comedy guys did that with their movie. And I thought that was a really cool
Mystery.
approach. What's it called?
Mystery Team?
Mystery Team.
Team.
That's right. Mystery Team. I never thought about that. Yeah. That was those guys are funny. I'd love to see those guys do something. DC Pearson is doing tons of stuff, and of course Donald Glover is like everywhere.
What about Laser Team meets Mystery Team?
I would do a movie with Donald Glover in about 10 seconds.
Listery Team.
Mazer team.
Yeah.
Miser team.
Stop it.
This is Barbara's realm.
I'm trying.
Not
Yeah.
fearless.
Barbara.
There's a reason I'm not trying.
Yeah.
There's nothing that
Help
could be
me.
done
There's
here.
nothing there.
I've already written it off.
Yeah. My brain didn't even try to form
Let me check my
something.
notes and see what we haven't talked
Oh,
about.
we
that I would
should
like to talk
mention
about.
that the podcast live stream is going to be available to be replayed tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m.
Go
And
ahead. What's this?
So the podcast will be available for replay earlier than typical. I'm right. 11 a.m. Is that correct?
11 o'clock Central.
And then it'll go up for everyone else 24 hours after that?
11
24 hours
a.m.
after
on
that.
Wednesday.
Yeah, 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So it's just an effort to try to get the podcast out there a little faster for sponsors.
Do
and
we
give
have
a little
any
more exclusivity.
information about when RTES will be available for replay?
It was available for replay last night.
Was it?
Yeah,
It's on
Oh,
the
it's
app,
on the
right?
website.
You-
Okay.
On the website.
A lot
not
of
on
people
the
were
app
asking
yet.
about
It's
that.
coming soon on the app. It's on
Oh, it's on the app?
Not in the app yet.
Okay.
It'll be in the next update. But it's available on the website.
Cool.
I think RTES went up like at 9 p.m. last night, like
Oh, wow.
almost right
Okay.
after it was done.
Wow.
So we want to hook Barbara up to this think for the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
should we go? Is it time for that? Should we go to post show?
Let's. I hate to. Am
right.
I ending the podcast?
Bernie
Usually it's
ended
your
the
job.
podcast.
Usually that's your job.
For the record.
Hey, did you hear that
Reach the future.
All right.
Vin
Thanks.
Diesel has said that, yes, he will do one more Fast and Furious trilogy.
And on that note,
One more
thanks,
trilogy.
everybody.
All right.
You think they have that many movies? I mean, how many more can they do?
They said they're going to end the series after 10.
Really fast and
And they're
really
at 7?
furious.
Yeah. So that's why. One more trilogy.
There you go.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys
Thanks for
next
watching.
week.
I'm gonna try to think.
Hey, you fuckers can talk now.
Love
No,
you.
you can't.